Great, great. So today I'd like to invite us to engage with asking for help as an expression of metta for ourselves and for others. So let me say a few more words about what I mean and how to think about how to consider this asking for help, asking for support. So asking for help, sometimes it can feel like an admission of weakness or putting a burden on someone else, and we could have this delusion of independence, that we can do it all by ourselves, instead of a sense of healthy interdependence. So to shift our perspective, or invite ourselves to consider that asking for support, asking for help, is not just good for us, but also good for others and for the relationship. So let's start with others. We're asking others to be generous. We're giving them the opportunity. We're giving them the opportunity to be kind, to be generous, to share their resources, to share their time, their attention, their affection. So it's wonderful to be able to give, to support others. And if we don't give others the opportunity, we're closing ourselves off like an island. I can do it all by myself. Similarly, there's with this sense of, if we consider our own thinking about not, needing help, but having a hard time asking for help, there could be many different thoughts about that. One is, oh, I should be able to do it by myself. Well, really? Is it helpful to bring the should all over ourselves? Also, there is strength, there is power in vulnerability, in sharing, in allowing others to support us. And this is as an expression of care, not just for them, but care for ourselves. So in that way, it also shows as metta for ourselves. So if you were your own best friend, or a very caring, say, benefactor, caring mother, father, whatever works for you, your own caring best friend, your own caring benefactor, and you saw that, oh yeah, actually support would be really helpful right now. Support would be really helpful right now, is an expression of metta, to reach for that support, for that help, in whatever way it would support us. So it's an expression of metta for ourselves. And also, as I mentioned earlier, as an expression of creating relationship. It's giving and taking, acknowledging our interdependence in the world, that we have resources to give and others have resources to give. So it's this acknowledgement of giving and receiving, instead of feeling that we're an island. We can do it all by ourselves, because we can't. None of us can. We all live in this abundant generosity of the universe and generosity of others, helping us, supporting us helping them, supporting them. So making this both more visible and opening our heart, opening our minds to this giving and receiving of support, that can make more happen. That can be part of the cause and conditions of making more possible in the world. So in praise of asking for help. And one other thing I want to also bring in here is, when we ask others for help, we're acknowledging, we're giving them credit that they have resources. Maybe we're reaching out to a friend for their time, for their care, for their wisdom, um, for their know-how, for their skills. We're acknowledging them, we're seeing them, we're letting them be seen. And how beautiful it is, what a gift it is to let someone be seen. And of course, in this way of asking for help and support, there's a lot of wisdom that comes here, that to be appropriate with our request, not to be overwhelming with our request, but both to ourselves, both to others. It's also the other aspect of generosity, as the Buddha teaches about generosity, to give to people appropriately, not to tax ourselves, not to be not to cause ourselves harm or other people harm when we are being generous, right? Similarly, the other way around, when we're asking for help, to keep those in mind, right? To keep to ask for support and help in a wise and caring way, um, so as to acknowledge both others' limitations, and in some cases, actually, we can let them decide. So, it's anyway. This can be a much longer discussion because there's so many caveats here. But let's consider reaching for support as how can it be? What are the areas in our lives that we don't reach for support? And it would behoove us and others to actually acknowledge our interdependence and ask for support. So I think I've said enough, and I'm going to do a guided meditation. I'm sure questions, etc., will arise. We'll discuss at the end. But for now, let's not invite our minds not to get into all the caveats and, oh, what if this, what if that, and try to stay with the simplicity of these reflections in ways that can be supportive for you. And if there are areas that it's not supportive for you, it's okay, let it go. You don't have to get stuck in those what ifs right now, but see the ways that it can be supportive and nourishing for you. Okay. All right. So let's practice together. So I'd like to invite you to get into your meditation posture. To arrive, to land in this body, in this moment. Feeling the presence of this body, the sense of the weightiness of the body, sitting present here. Feeling your uprightness and sense of agency, this fullness of heart, fullness of your presence. And relaxing, softening. Letting your feet, your legs be released, their weight be released onto the earth. Feeling here. Stably rooted to the earth. Feeling your sit bones on the cushion on the chair. Releasing the weight of your upper body into the earth. And letting your heart center, the center of your emotions. Releasing. Letting there be flow. As if there's a flowing river, flowing electricity. So you're grounded, connected to the earth. Let this flow. Let there be flow, not stuckness. There be flow through the body with the breath. Breath through the abdomen, through the chest. Releasing the upper body, releasing the shoulders, the neck, the forehead, the face. And letting the breath move through. With each in-breath and out-breath, relaxing, calming, and energizing. Each in-breath energizing, deepening your sense of presence. And each out-breath, relaxing. Feeling more here, connected to this present moment, engaged, training your mind, your heart to be engaged with what is here right now. Letting go of thoughts, preoccupations, plans. Let this moment be a treat. Let you're engaging with the simplicity of the breath. This breath, fully present. Let it be a treat. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. How delicious. Just this. An act of care. engaging with each breath, each and every breath, an expression of care for yourself in this moment. You are showing up, taking the time, taking care, engaging with the breath, a sense of presence right here, right now, letting go, releasing thoughts, judgments, preoccupations as much as possible. This showing up is an act of care. It's metta. It is metta. It's as if you're wrapping yourself in a blanket of metta, goodwill for yourself by just showing up, engaging as best as you're able to, and not judging yourself. That's enough. Feeling your feet on the earth, your sit bones, feeling embodied here, supported by yourself, supported by your own care. How awesome is this? And if you like, you can drop in this question into your heart center, into your body, not into your head. This is not something to think about, but to feel into, see what comes up. Dropping this question. Acknowledging my own resourcefulness, my own power, my own agency, my own strength, feeling your rootedness to the earth, your sit bones, your uprightness, acknowledging my own resourcefulness, as well as my own vulnerability, areas that I feel challenged. I need support to fulfill my full potential, and my humanity. Dropping in this question into your heart. Is there a way that I can support myself? That I can better support myself, be a better friend to myself? If I were asking my dear self for help, for support, what would it be? Drop it into your heart. Don't think about it. An answer might come up and be known in your body, or nothing might come up. It's okay. Let your body be a tuning fork. How can I better love and support myself? What is the support I can ask for myself and I can offer myself? After dropping the question, let it go. Don't dwell. Just breathe and listen to your heart. It works better if you don't think. If you really let go, let yourself be surprised. Try it. Soften the body, soften the mind, release, release, release. Just receiving the breath with care, appreciation. And let this not be an opportunity to judge yourself, point out all your shortcomings, but to revel in your strength, the gifts that you have, the wisdom that you already have, your own inner wisdom and compassion for yourself. Now release that. Let go. Release, release, release. Ah. Now dropping the question into your heart. Still feeling embodied, not in your head. Feeling your feet, your sit bones, your hands. Is there an area, is there something in my life? Something that I do need support with, help with, and maybe I have a sense of shyness to ask for help or feel vulnerable or whatever the reason, but it would really support me and others that I serve and support if I reached out for support in this area. What if I opened up? Acknowledge my interdependence. Opened up. What? Opened up to this river, this flow of giving and receiving. Uninvited. Ask for support. Ask for help. Realizing that not only would this benefit me, but likely the person who will be seen, recognized, acknowledged for their goodness, for their capacity to support me, and this co-creation goodness could support, could help others. It's bigger than me. It's not just for me. It's beyond me. If I have this support, I can be more available, support others better. It's not just about me. Dropping in this reflection into your heart, into your body. Let yourself breathe with it. Not thinking with it, but just breathe. This is not a thinking exercise. We've already planted the seed of the reflection. Now just breathe. Let it seep into your cells. Not your head, but your cells. Cells of your body. So receive the breath. Appreciate the breath. Relax. Soften. Let go. Even though it's so juicy to think now, let go. You can do it. Let go. asking for help or support is not just about me. It's not a selfish act. It can allow us to be more, to fulfill our potential, to serve others, to be available for others. It's impersonal. Acknowledge being part of this flow of giving, receiving gifts, giving gifts, needing, meeting others' needs. It's beautiful to acknowledge, to be vulnerable in this way. It's both personal and not personal. Asking for help both helps us and others fulfill our calling, our humanity. All beings everywhere recognize, acknowledge that we are part of this expansive interdependence of giving, receiving, giving help, receiving help, asking. May all beings everywhere be supported, support others, ask for support towards fulfilling our full potential of our awakening. May all beings be free, including ourselves. Thank you so much for your practice, everyone. Thank you. So we have a few minutes for reflections, questions, comments, what you might have discovered, realized, aha moments, challenges. You can raise your Zoom hand. You can type in chat if you type to everyone. I will read your name. If you just type to me, it'll be a private comment. And what did you discover? What did you realize? Any aha moments or challenges for the benefit of everyone? And as I wait, I'll maybe share with practice report something that came up for me, which is there is sense of empowerment in recognizing areas that I shy away from asking for help or support, and how actually it's impersonal. It's not about me asking for help supports me support others. It's such an interesting realization. It really expands the heart, expands my heart um, into seeing that interaction. Madison, please.
Yeah, I had like a reflection and then a question. Um, the reflection was similar to what I'm gonna lower my hand. Okay. What you just said of I've never thought about the fact that like when I look to myself for help, it's like a way of recognizing that I have resources to give myself. And I just I really appreciated that perspective. So thank you for that.
Nice, thank you.
Um, and I'm wondering, so I love this framework around asking people for support because it's a way of giving them, like you said, an opportunity to feel their own value and to be connected and do a generous act. And I've been struggling with a few family members who have become very greedy um, with like around money. And like in the same way that I've asked for support in lot from through lots of forums, like I think asking for money is the same thing. It's a way of giving them an opportunity to be generous. So I've never really dealt with someone like, yeah, I just wanted to know if you had any advice on how to work with that, or just be patient, or just continue to like give them love. I don't know. But I was stuck with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Madison. Thanks for both of these reflections. And really also want to acknowledge again the first one, just this sense of, oh, yeah, empowerment. I have resources to give myself. The sense of empowerment. It's, yeah, there's vulnerability and there's strength. Wow. It's such a beautiful realization. I want to celebrate that and really highlight that. And this asking for support, for help, and especially when it comes to financial support, it's so interesting that money can bring up this knot, um, uh, for many people, even if they have the resources. But if they don't have resources, that's another thing. But if they do have it, it can be complicated. And yet it's such a great area for practice. It's such a great area for practice for everyone. So for you, as you brought it in, it becomes a practice of asking or inviting them, giving them the opportunity to to support you, giving them the opportunity to be kind, to be generous. So it's an invitation from your heart with that perspective, and to be very clear in your heart as you are asking them that you are going to care for them, love them no matter what. That that you need to be clear in that ask. It needs to be part of your practice. Um, so that's the part I invite for you, and maybe even say that as you sit with it, as you practice with it in your invitation, that this is the way that your help will support me, and I care for you, I love you. It's not going to impact our relationship either way. So you really need to be clear that in your own heart, in your own
Mhm.
practice. And then you give them the opportunity, whether they'll accept it or not, or they'll get entangled, and that becomes part of their practice, right?
Mhm.
Um, but as long as you have this clarity of intention and clarity of love, um, for you, there can be this ease.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the dis-ease is like my like heart breaking over their heart closing. But I think, yeah, just connecting to like the love is the
Yeah.
probably a good way to ease that feeling.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And connecting to the love and also connect to the compassion, especially if they do have the resources, um, and they're getting tight for you to have compassion for them, really connect, like loving them so much that loving their karmic potential, what they, how should I put it? There's a sense of um, your heart not closing. If they are getting entangled, loving the pain they are going through, loving them even more with compassion
Mhm.
that they're getting entangled. right? It's so taking a bigger perspective. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that in, Madison. Yeah. Claire, I see your hand and asking you to unmute. And I see Hugh says one bee cannot create a honey factory. It takes a hive. I love that.
No, I just wanted to thank you very much because this is an area that I have been working on and continue to work on more. I think I've mentioned before, I'm an only child and I grew up fiercely independent and self reliant. And as life went on and I started meeting more life experiences, unpleasant life experiences, I started to learn a little bit, but I forget to ask for help, is the point. But what I discovered when I started to do it that I really wanted to share with the others in case anybody hasn't tried it yet is that there are a heck of a lot of people who really like to help and it makes them happy when you ask. And it's such a pleasant experience when that happens. I don't do it frivolously, but there are times that I really do need help. And, I'm now very comfortable with, if I ask the right people, it's going to work and they will be grateful for having been asked and I'll get what, the support that I at this point need. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great topic. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Claire. I love it. I both love that as you shared, you grew up with a sense of independence and I'll do it myself and not asking for help. And then you've taught yourself to, oh yes, to ask. And how beautiful that is, that learning, that reteaching yourself loveliness. You're teaching yourself. It's like if this poem, a flower teaching itself. I'm totally messing it up, but maybe somebody will type who remembers the poem. This flower that reteaches itself its own loveliness or reminds itself of its own loveliness. There's a sense, oh yeah, teaching yourself about your interdependence. And then what I so appreciate you highlight is is yes, people love to help. I found that too. It's it's beautiful that people are happy to help. And I know that from myself when somebody asks me for support, I'm happy to support them. Yes, I'd love to. So it's so powerful
Yeah,
to
it really
acknowledge
is.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Claire. I so appreciate you bringing
Welcome.
that in. Yeah, such a delight. Okay, well, it is time to turn to small groups. And here's the prompt I have for us to play with. The prompt is, what is there an area in your life that you could ask for support, that you kind of shy away, and it would help you to ask for support either for yourself or from others. And in the group, you can say a nugget, and the next person will say a nugget, next person will say a nugget, go around and around. Or you can offer presence and silence and say pass, like don't have something yet. And just um, share your presence. And um, what else do I want to say about the groups? Yeah, any other reflections you want to share with each other, inspiring, supporting? How can you offer support and care to each other? So I am going to create the rooms now, and hold on a sec. Yeah, okay, the rooms are created. And I'm going to open them up. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. And here we go. Okay, all the rooms are closed. Everybody's back. And it is 7 o'clock. I wonder if you have any quick last minute comments. Okay, 30-second quick round. And you haven't spoken tonight, you're welcome to share if something came up in the practice discussions. Any takers? Lightning round. I see Nav. Okay, Nav, please. Oops. Wait, you got muted again. Sorry, accidentally try again. Uh-oh. I think I muted you. There.
Okay. So in our group, we had this exploration of giving others the opportunity to give through asking for help, which I love that reframe. It's sort of it's not asking for help; it's giving someone else an opportunity to give.
Love it. Beautiful. Thanks so much for bringing that into the space. And what a lovely note to end on. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being here and through your presence, creating the opportunity for me to be here to share the teachings. So thank you so much for your practice. May all beings be well. May all beings be free, including ourselves. Thanks, everyone. Take good care. Bye.